If you turn this video off, then please tell me of the reason for it was, so that I can improve. Otherwise, hi and welcome. I am trying to learn Roman Empire studies. Today, Romulus and Remus, and after we've done that, we're gonna do leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's at your own risk. This is the second part of Romulus and Remus. We're gonna read now over the text again and try to remember all the things they told, which we want to remember, and try to save them for memory in a little presentation. Romulus and Remus. The story of Romulus and Remus tells how twin boys grew up to build the foundation of the mighty city of Rome. So that is the legend about how the city Rome is. Versions of the myth were written by many of the greatest Roman writers, such as Livy, Plutarch, and Virgil. Okay, we try to say that. The story of Romulus and Remus is a mythological legend about how the city Rome in Italy came about. And there were different versions of it written already at the Roman times by Livy, Plutarch, and Virgil. Livy, Plutarch, Virgil. According to the legend, Romulus and Remus were descendants of the hero Remus. They were the sons of a princess and the war god Mars. They were descendants of Remus, and they were the sons of a princess and of Mars. Descendant of Remus, Mars, and the princess. And Mars and the princess. As babies, the twin boys were cast out by their evil great uncle who had stolen the king's crown from their grandfather. They survived because a she-wolf found them and let them drink her milk. A bird also fed them by placing crumbs in their mouths. The story tells now that their uncle robbed the crown of their grandfather and dispelled them, cast them out. But they did not die. The legend tells that there was a wolf feeding them, together the wolf and the bird feeding them. The Roman legend of Romulus and Remus may have been the inspiration for the Tarzan story. In both cases, abandoned infants were brought up by animals. When the twins grew up, they overthrew their wicked uncle, restoring their father to his rightful throne. Okay, they came back and somehow overthrew their uncle, and their grandfather, or their father now, became king. The twins built a new city on the spot where they had been rescued by the she-wolf. However, they quarreled about who should be ruler of the city, and Romulus killed Remus. Okay, as cause of a quarrel is the name who should be the ruler. That's an important thing. Okay, at the place where they were, according to the legend, saved by a female wolf and a bird, they built now a city, but they couldn't decide who was the ruler, and so they quarreled and one killed the other. Romulus killed Remus. Romulus became king of the new city and named it Rome. His name was Romulus, according to the legend. The new city had too many men and not enough women. I think that's also part of the legend. Romulus hatched a plot whereby he held a great celebration and invited neighboring communities, then captured all the women. Romulus built a strong army to defend Rome from attacks by local tribes. He brought about a 40-year period of peace. Okay, the thing with the kidnapping, and then also the thing that building out the Roman city to a strong army, and got with it prevent 40 years that harm happened to Rome. One day Romulus was surrounded by a storm cloud and taken up to heaven, where he became a god. You can still see the ruins of the mighty ancient city of Rome in the modern-day Italian capital. The huge round amphitheater called the Colosseum overshadows the impressive central square or forum. We're going to read more about that later on and look at the city plan of Rome. We're going to say it in the introduction. What is Rome? I think we're having it is Livy, Virgil, and Plutarch. Remus, the Scanton, Princess Mars, and then the bird and the wolf. building at the same place, couldn't decide the rules. And then the kidnapping, and then the strong army, then the tornado, and that is it. I'm gonna start the second camera, and then I try to save it all from memory. Romulus and Remus. Rome is a city in Italy. It is the capital from Italy of the Mediterranean Sea. It's today a city with over 3 million people living there. That city was already also existing 2000 years ago, when the Romans lived there. And there is a legend about how the city Rome came then about. And that story tells that there were the two twins, Romulus and Remus. And they were descendants of Enes, and they were the children of a princess and the god Mars. Now the story tells them that their wicked uncle robbed their grandfather, their grandfather from the crown, robbed he, and dispelled them. He bent them out into the woods, or out. Now, and they did not die, though being infants, because the story tells that now a female wolf gave them milk and a bird gave them crumbs. Now, sometime later, they survived, and sometime later they came back and took the crown away from the wicked uncle and gave it to their father. Now, and at that place where they were saved by that wolf, they started to build the city, Rome. That is what the legend is, how Rome comes about. No, but the two couldn't decide who becomes the ruler, and they were quarreling about it. And when one day Romulus killed Remus. And Romulus named them the city after him. Rome. That's what the story is. Now, another thing told then in the legend is that there were not enough women living in the city, and that now Romulus had a big festival with all the neighboring people coming in, and then he captured all the women. And then our story tells that on one day, then after a time of 40 years of peace, tells the story, 40 years peace because he had built up a strong army. Now, when there came a big storm cloud, took him to heaven, there he became a god. That is according to Mike Carl's World History book on the page 158 and 159. I haven't looked yet. I think it's Remus, it's not Remus. No, it's Remus. Okay, what's right? I'm gonna stop the second camera. Okay, it's actually Remus and not Romulus. It's Romulus and Remus. I thought it was wrong from the middle on. That was the Roman Empire Studies part. If you were here for Roman Empire Studies, you can go directly to the next part of Roman Empire Studies, where we'll continue with studying the Roman Empire, maybe with a full Romano and the Colosseum, and look at the map, how it is not actually looking there, or was looking there. If you stay here and participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's better at your hours. Have a good standing leg and swing the leg in front and to the side. Other leg, front and to the side. The goalkeeper preparing for the goal kick exercise. And one foot in front and back. Other one in front and back. Now, pie and pilcrow exercise. Bring one leg up, breathe in. Breathe out the leg to the side. Breathe again in. Out leg into the middle. And down. Other leg up, breathe in. Out to the side. Breathe again in. Out into the middle. Now the direction warrior. Knee up, hands out, and with the hands over to one side. To the other side. And the confused direction warrior. Hands over to one side, knee over to one side. Change. Middle and down. Other leg up, hands over to one side, and hands over to the other side. And now one knee over, hands over, and over. The bold look exercise, knee up, and press with the knee up and to the side. Other knee, it's up to the side. And now the wild cat stand good on one leg. This exercise can go onto the knee. Turn over to the leg, go down into the knee, turn slowly over to the other side, and come up. Other leg, stand good, turn over to the leg, down, over to the other side, and up. The clock. This exercise can again go onto the knee. Go here in 90-minute intervals over an imaginary dial. The other knee goes always a little bit down. Now with the other leg. So 1 here to 12 o'clock, and to 1:30, and 3, 10:30, and 9, 7:30, and 6 o'clock, and also 4:30 and 3 o'clock. Next exercise. One hand on tummy, one on lower back, and lift the leg up in a straight line. Control with the hands that you don't fall back. Try to bring the leg higher. And bring it up and point with the toes down. Up leg. And bring it up. And now, the pin pad. Don't do it if you're pregnant. One toe to the one foot with the toes to one side, the heel onto the ground and lift that heel off the ground and place it again onto the ground. The whole movement comes out of the hips. And on the other side. And now, the horse. Leg in and out. And the other side, leg in and out. First leg again, but now the whole body moves. So up. The camel with the other leg. And now, swing the leg back. Do it only if you can do it without doing it yourself. The whole leg swings back. And with the other leg. And we're closing, legs wide apart, breathing down. Breathing out. In and out. Out and down. Breathe in and close the legs. And breathing out. That was the leg injury prevention training. I thank you very much, and until next time.